All right, I'm just excited to see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zero Gravity Game in the IBS division. We have a great matchup for you today. It's the
Ladies and
quarterfinals.
gentlemen,
We got Feed the Dream Black taking on first to Frontline. My name is Ryan Chains, and I'm joined by Michael. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm just excited to see some quality League of Legends going back and forth. These two teams. Able to fight through and sitting at seed 3 and seed 5. So Feed the Dream was seed 3 coming out in the regular season. First to Frontline was seed 5. So both of these teams avoiding the gauntlet did not have to play through those games. And this will be a battle here today between these two.
Both of these teams have been pretty good throughout the season. Feed the Dream, obviously, coming out as our higher seed with a 7-2 record in the regular season. First to Frontline came out with a 4-5.
Yeah, and these teams had a little bit of interesting. We definitely saw more of Feed the Dream coming out along the year. We had more of their games to cast, so we have a little more information coming out on them. Um, they do looking at their roster coming into this game. They do have a sub in the top lane. They have balls playing in the top lane. Um, normally they hold on. I'm sorry, my
Max Aid.
yeah. Normally they have Maxade in the top lane, but not today as they had to bring in balls. Hoping everything is okay there. And an interesting thing to mention is that Balls and Codeine actually did play on Rifters previously together. So they do have that built up synergy already. Now top and support synergy is a bit interesting. It's not something that you really highlight a lot of the time. However, playing together on a team, especially when you're e-subbing and you at least know someone, it makes it a lot more. It makes it a lot easier for you to come in and feel comfortable, especially in a competitive environment.
Hey, yeah, we should be getting started up on this draft coming up. Yep. Okay, we are starting into the draft now.
Yeah, Olaf, the first ban away. By first to Frontline, that's obviously targeting Dog Woof Woof, who's been known to play that Olaf and plays aggressive early game junglers, try to build his lead and snowball for his team.
And then we do see a Sona band away. Sona, I don't think she was a recipient of many nerfs outside of the Sona Lux bot lane, so she still has been a strong pick. And then we see the Xerath now banned away.
Yeah, that's Xerath obviously going to be targeting the Devil's Spine. He's brought that out a few times. We've seen it before, but a lot of support bans coming out from Feed the Dream here, trying to limit Mikado's champion pool.
Yeah. Also, I believe Mikado's a sub, right? As we usually have the Professor in the bot lane.
Something, yeah, I think so.
Oh, and we're also not seeing Zarp in the mid lane for first to Frontline.
Interesting. So a lot of subs coming out here. Final ban is Ash. BNJ and Cody both like to play that champion in their respective roles in the bot lane. And we have supports picked up first here. Leona for first to Frontline and Swain coming out for Feed the
Or
Dream.
what we assume to be supports.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
knowing Codeine, it's probably his.
Yeah, Cody loves these crazy, crazy support picks. Both bot lanes have been picked now, and first the Frontline is going to opt to pick up their jungler as the last pick in this first rotation. The Sejuani coming out for Lendl.
Yeah, what I'm taking for this first rotation is the Xayah pickup. It's really interesting to me because Ezreal and Caitlyn are both left up, which I think would be stronger picks here. So what do you take of the Xayah pick?
Yeah, I mean, BNJ likes to play Ashe Xayah. I know that Caitlyn is, of course, Caitlyn is one of the strongest picks right now in the meta. Just the range, the ability to harass. But BNJ likes more passive lane style and trying to scale into the late game. So this Zaya pick, I guess it makes sense for him, and it's a comfort pick anyway, so
Hmm.
I can understand.
And as we're seeing the second ban phase rounded out, we see Feed the Dream banning away the Wukong and Urgot, and then first to Frontline banning away Ziggs and now Zed.
Yeah, really pinching the Devil Spine champion pool here. Definitely don't want him on any of these, big carry champions. We already talked about Xerath a little bit before, but the Zed and the Ziggs, two pretty strong mid laners right now. Both soul laners, we believe, yet to be picked up from either of these teams, and they're a Nectin being hovered right now for Feed the Dream.
You know, see, I've talked about this before on this cast, but I'm not that big a fan of Renekton. I feel like there are champions that can do what he wants better. But then again, Renekton's still a very strong pick, and it's going to be really difficult for first to Frontline to choose a champion that will match well into him.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm thinking, what are the main counter picks to Renekton right now?
Ooh, the main counter picks to Renekton. It's one of those where it's really hard to beat him in lane.
Oh wow, maybe how about the Quinn though?
You know, that will do it. If you're willing to play the Quinn, that's definitely a consideration, because what helps you beat Renekton is being able to poke him out so he can't go in and fight you. Because
Hmm.
if he's low, with the Call to Meek, it does keep him healthier, but it should make it easier. And then we also see the Kassadin blind, which I don't like Kassadin blind.
Blind Cassidon can be pretty scary. This champion is very, very susceptible to being punished early game. And most of the time, you're just kind of waited out till late and try not to die. Wait till level 16 and then start popping off. But we'll see what Feed the Dream has to go into with the Devil Spine. Getting the counter pick in this one, going to go for the Diana pick. And that definitely seems like a more favorable matchup for the Devil Spine here.
Yeah, it seems like. Oh, I think it's more of a favorable matchup in the early game, but I feel that Kassadin can very well match that. Um, Kassadin can very much match the Diana as he gets like even on item. It's not like one of the most punishing matchups for him, so it's interesting that they choose that conservatively, I'd say.
Yeah, I think there are some ways that Diana can get onto this casting, especially early with the Lunar Rush
Hmm.
and just being able to hit the Qs, dash in with the E, and then just try to start whacking away at Cassidon. And Devil's Spine is really gonna have to punish this early game because uh, you definitely do not want to make it all the way late with a skilled up Fed Cassidon.
Well, not only Devil Spine, but also Dog Wolf Wolf has to put a lot of pressure in here. It's usually a free gank, and especially with Set and the CC that he brings, he should be able to make some plays or pull off some plays in this mid lane.
Definitely. Uh, Now, one thing I want to mention is the mid jungle synergy that Feed the Dream has here. We'll see it a lot more when we actually do get into the game. But this mid and jungle have a insane uh, synergy. They play around each other a lot, and in most of their games, they have a combined 65 to 70% kill participation. So they definitely are the two that are going to be making the most, making the plays coming out in this early game, trying to get their team ahead. And I think with a champion like Set, Dog Woof Woof should be in a position to make these early plays.
Mm-hmm. And we should be hopping into this champion select soon. We're still waiting on a ready check from one of our teams. But looking at these teams, it's very hard to decide who's gonna win in these fights, because Feed the Dream has a lot of strong team fighters in the Diana, Swain, and Zaya.
Hmm.
But then First to Frontline also has the MF and then the scaling in the Kassadin.
Right. And I think it'll be interesting to see. I think this top lane matchup is gonna really sway the table a lot because if you look at the rest of the team, like Quinn is this super early game
Mm-hmm.
centered laning dominant champion who wants to get super far ahead and snowballed early. And if you can't do that on the Renekton, your champion becomes basically useless. So I want to see what Zion can do on the Quinn here, especially against an E sub like Balls.
Mm-hmm. Quinn.
Time to go to work. Hey, neighbor.
Hey, Jake. Just sent you an invite.
I'm ready when you are.
I got your back.
Let's go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The future, I can see it.
Let's fight like demons.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Quinn definitely, it's hard to pull her off successfully, I might say.
Yeah.
Because while, yes, she's really good in that lane, if you're not able to effectively utilize her ultimate and move around the map, make those plays, then you just lose a large part of your champion's kit. And especially when you're facing up against a Renekton, even if he falls behind, if, what's his name? If Balls opts to just build tankier, you can be a solid frontline threat along with that set.
Yeah. And let's not forget who is on the Quinn in this game here. We got Zion Killiamson on this Quinn here. And for this first to frontline squad, they love to play around Zion. He's their main carry. He makes a lot of plays, and they're definitely gonna want to play around him in this game. And I will expect, just based on how they play and how their team is set up, that Lando will be making his way up into the top lane a decent amount.
Yeah, definitely. I know you're something of an avid bot lane player yourself, so what do you take of this bot lane matchup?
So we got Leona Misfortune versus the Swain Zaya. Now, to be honest with you, I think that this first to frontline bot lane should have an easier time in the early game. Leona just has like super good backline access, and she can dive right onto Zaya. Until level 6, Zaya's gonna be pretty vulnerable.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have Cody to try and peel on the Swain, but like it is gonna be a lot on Cody to see what he can do and if they can harass this Leona. Because if Leona misses her abilities, then she's basically just free. You can hit her for free. There's no threat at all.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Azaya actually pulled out.
Hmm.
I believe she's got changes recently. I'm looking that up now, but it's gonna be really interesting to see because a lot of what Zaya needs to do is be able to hit those targets. And if you're trying to stare down a Leona and Sejuani, you can't really ever hit Quinn or Misfortune.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be hard to walk up and actually do anything as Zaya.
I agree. Usually when you see these big beefy frontline champions like the Leona, like the Sejuani, you want to pick an 80 carry that can, either percent health shred or do something that will that can cut down these big tanks in an easier way. And Zaya is just not one of those champions. Zaya is going to go for the crit focus build, the crit attack speed, where they go for like Essence Reaver, IE, Rapid Fire, Phantom Dancer, and that's not that efficient at killing tanks. So it might be hard. Now you do have the Renekton who and Set who will probably go. I mean, maybe we'll go Bork, but I think it still will be interesting to see. Because I feel like a different character could have been utilized better for the
Hmm.
80 carry position.
Yeah, because we saw Caitlyn be left open, as we already touched on, but then Ezreal was also left open, and even like Kaisa or Senna.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all of those champions are
More
more
meta.
prominent in the meta than the Zaya, but um, BNJ has his comfort picks.
Hmm.
He feels good about the matchup, I guess. And he did see the Leona pickup, so he was picking the Zaya into Leona, probably saying, okay, well I can Feather Storm anytime Leona tries to get in on me. So it's a decently safe pick, and since he wants to play safe, then it's fine, I guess, for him.
Something else I haven't been considering, and when thinking about the Zaya, is also how she pairs up with the Swain. Because she's able to get an easy route off with her Q and E through the minions, that can make for an easy pullback by the Swain and set up onto this MF who's very immobile.
Hmm.
So it's definitely trying to trade onto this MF by going through the Leona, just trying to ignore her, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I do think that, yeah, I still think Misfortune is a better AD carry than Zaya.
But also, like, MF isn't even one of our top tier ADCs this patch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if we really want to look it up here, according to op.gg, which is the classic for everyone, it has Misfortune as rank 2 and Zaya as rank 5, which is the lowest rank. So just straight up, you can see the champion disparity there and difference. But yeah, we'll see. We got our first round of picks already done. We are going through the second rotation of bans, one more for each team. Then we'll get into these bottom lane picks here. And of course, we're going to have to take our 3-minute competitive integrity delay, but we'll figure that out when we get there. As of now, we're just watching these players lock in their picks.
And something that just came to me now is that Sejuani has actually pretty good ganks with the Caston. Because Caston will be able to, well, past 6, will be able to jump into melee range and get autos down. You can easily stack up that Sejuani E,
Mm-hmm.
make up for a quick stun onto Diana.
Especially with the auto attack reset on
Yeah.
the Caston W.
So that would be big, and a synergy we maybe didn't consider.
Yeah, I agree. Now, of course, we already looked at this and we already talked about how they have more of a steady front line, a steady back line coming out from first to front line, obviously. With the Sejuani and Leona sitting in the front. You have your divers in the Cassidon and the Quinn to disrupt backline, and then Misfortune hopefully will be able to get her bullet times off. Just deal a lot of AoE damage. Now, if we look at the Feed the Dream roster and their team composition here, how would you say that they would like to play the fights?
Hmm. With the Zaya, it's definitely a lot about peeling for the Zaya. But then again, you have your Diana and Swain who want to be in the middle of everybody, so they're okay with being dove on by Swain and Sejuani and
Mhm.
even the Cassidon. But if Zaya is able to kite back, let them be dove on and hit the people that are being dove on, even if you can't immediately hit MF and Quinn, you're going to be able to shred through them and stay relatively safe just because of the space your team is able to make for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, I mean, definitely you're seeing more of a front to back
Hmm.
style composition coming out from Feed the Dream.
It's definitely a lot of this team fight will fall onto BNJ and see if he can actually stay back enough and stay safe to the point where he can do like DPS.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. And now I want to mention that this Feed the Dream squad has a pretty significant playstyle that they like to play with. They like to play around the split push in the top lane. And now that split push is played with Maxade, but Maxade isn't playing this game.
Hmm.
So I'm interested to see if balls will continue and this team will try to play around the split push style, because more often than not, teams are just going to want to try and just brute force 5v5 it down mid, death ball comp it, and just try to kill each other and see who wins.
Hmm.
But playing the split push can be really, really potent if your team knows how to do it. And with this team who has played it multiple times, I want to see if they can continue that or if they're going to change up their game plan because they don't have Maxade in.
It's also not just about the team knowing how to play it, but the top laner individually. Because I know I played in a competitive setting and my team could not split push at all. Like, I'd be on the side lane and I'd be trying to do everything, but if I can't play that correctly, then my team, even if they're doing everything perfectly, then I just get caught and die, and then the whole thing's ruined. Or if my team can't do it correctly, then everything is ruined. So it's on both parts of the puzzle, both balls, and then the rest of the team being able to perform that adequately.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And we still have about a minute left in this spectator delay. And I know we already said this when we first hopped in, but just in case for the people who are who just joined on to the stream here, this matchup is between Feed the Dream and First to Frontline. Feed the Dream finished the regular season at 7-2. They were third seed in the IBS division, while First to Frontline finished 4-5 and were the fifth seed in the uh, division, I guess. And so both of these teams did not have to play in the gauntlet. They both had a lot of rest. And one thing I noticed actually is that Feed the Dream has not played for almost a month. Their last game played was August 9th. Their week 9 game was forfeited. So
Yeah.
the last game that they've played together.
All your favorite flavors are on DoorDash. And now we're welcoming KFC to the family. Order select KFC bucket meals on DoorDash and get 12 extra crispy tenders on us with a $0 delivery fee. DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
There was August 9th, which is almost a whole month ago.
This is assuming that they haven't scrimmed since then.
Right.
Let's
But
hope that they have.
I just mean
But
like
stage
in
games.
general though. In general though.
Yeah.
They do not have any games that they've played in IBS for almost a month. So hopefully for them, they don't have too many cobwebs and are able to bounce back in. But that is a point of contention for First to Frontline. They could look to maybe expose the time off and potentially if Feed the Dream got lazy in that time off.
hmm And we are now in the loading screen, and we can take a look at these rune choices and summoner spell choices. The only thing that's standing out to me so far is the ignite on Quinn, but that should be pretty standard for her.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to create as much of an advantage as you can, and she gets back to lane pretty quickly with her ultimate.
Yeah, Quinn's one of the champions where you really don't need to take teleport because your ultimate gives you so much mobility and map pressure. You can basically just fly around the map at like Mach 26 and get wherever you need to be. And having the ignite allows you to snowball, try to snowball a bit easier and have a little more kill pressure in the lane.
Actually, taking a look at op.gg's, we were talking a lot about the MF pick, but it is one of Stone Poet's comfort picks. It's his second most played this season with over 100 games, second to Jinx.
Jeez.
But so it's definitely a lot of comfort, and I could see why in this high stakes game you'd want to rely on that.
Yeah, both of these AD carries obviously going for comfort here. Cody and also looking for comfort on the Swain. I believe the other game we saw First to Frontline play, Lendl was also on Sejuani. I'm not
sounds
100%,
right, but I'm not sure.
It sounds about right. Either way though, whatever happens has happened. Whatever happened in the past is already done. And now we are focused on getting onto the Rift, which we are going to be here in about a second or two.
Hopefully.
There it is. As now we are on to the Rift, everybody. Hopefully the delay was not too long. We are into the game. And we're going to see where these teams like to set up. They want to set up their early line of scrimmage and see what's going on with everyone straight off the bat here. Maybe we'll get some early game shenanigans. Who knows? You never really know in IBS. So
It looks like we're just going to see a standard 5-point across the map for these two teams. It's nothing too wacky, just some early vision getting placed down in the river by Codeine too.
Yeah, everyone's, it's the quarterfinals. You don't want to do anything too crazy coming right off the bat here, especially because you don't want to just hard int the game at level 1. That's definitely not what you like to see. So I think these teams are going to start off a bit slow here, and once they get into their groove, we'll see a lot more fighting. But I think that will probably favor Feed the Dream, because it gives them a little bit of time to brush the cobwebs off and start to feel more comfortable with themselves.
We are going to see Set starting on this top side, and both junglers have opted to get the sweeper. And we see Sejuani moving down to the bot lane, so Set will end his route in the bot lane, Sejuani in the top. It makes sense, because we want early pressure in Quinn's lane.
Yeah, Lendl was a bit late to rotate over, so he's gonna be a few seconds late on this buff. And that's gonna hurt his bot lane because the bot lane now is not gonna have prio in the early game, and they're gonna be able to get pushed in, and the Feed the Dream bot lane will have level 2 first.
Thankfully, they didn't miss any XP. That would have been big.
Yeah,
But
okay.
also,
It wasn't too bad.
but also something that we need to look at is, oh, never mind. The wards expired, but there were just 3 wards in this bottom side river coming out from Feed the Dream. It's a lot of vision down there.
Codian's already feeling good. He's feeling himself with these claws now. 2 for 2 onto the bot lane of First to Frontline, and Stone Poet, it's already hurting.
You see just a lot of trading in the bot lane, not too much in this top lane. I was expecting more out of Zion Killiamson trying to push his range advantage, trying to feed in as many autos as he can.
Yeah, when you have the ranged advantage into melee, you definitely want to try and push as many autos as you can. It allows you to push the advantage much, but we're gonna see Dog Wolf in the bottom lane here. Stun gonna land, root, follow it up, and that's gonna be first blood going over to Codeine.
Stun, root.
A lot of CC there.
Anything.
A lot of CC. You can't do anything, and that was well executed from Dog.
Yeah, it was well executed from Dog. As we talked about, he ended his path on the bottom side of the map, and he was able to get off that early gank.
And that early gank was before Crab even spawned. So he's already getting his team an early advantage, and he's gonna be able to eat a nice little crab dinner after that kill went over to Codeine.
And we see they just traded crabs, and now since he did only get 3 camps right into the bot gank, he is now going to just clear what he left behind, so he's not even falling behind from the Sejuani.
Still about even in the farm. I think Set is about to finish this wolf camp pretty soon, and it'll even it back up. But right off though, I'm still not as much punish as I wanted to see from this Quinn top so far. I mean, it's only been 4 minutes, but still, the CS is even.
Both of the top laners. Oh,
hold on, Lendl into the mid lane. Stun gonna land on Double Spine. He does have Flash available, gonna burn it, and he'll be able to get out with that summoner spell. But that was pretty close. He got pretty low there. Go ahead. What were you saying before?
I was gonna say both top laners took a back, and Renekton isn't feeling bad. He got a call. He's ready to just sit in this lane.
Yeah, that's interesting. You don't really expect to see the Renekton into Quinn building the call. But now Zion has a little bit of a freeze going on here, I think.
Yeah, it should be pushing out now, so this actually will stack up a big wave coming into balls.
Okay. Yeah. But I like the idea. We
see Dog Wolf looking for the dragon on spawn. And they do have priority in the bot lane, so they should be able to take this.
Yeah, and I've talked to a few people in the league, and just people who are familiar with Dog and his playstyle, and I've heard from multiple people that they do believe he's the best, if not one of the best junglers in IBS. And we're already seeing how, he's putting into work early game. He got his dragon, he got a kill before Crab even spawned, so he's looking good so far.
And something that we can look forward to this game is we're going to be seeing either the Infernal or Ocean Soul.
There we go. We don't want any of this Cloud Soul here. We want some juicy souls.
Something that's really surprising to me is, even though Stone Poet didn't rotate over for any dragon or anything, he's still down almost 10 farm.
Yeah, and they're pushing the wave in to the Feed the Dream bot lane. So this CS lead is gonna just be catapulted a lot, and Dog was able to even pull the wave out so it didn't hit the tower. So BNJ could collect all of that farm. But this is a really not a good spot right now if you are the first to frontline bot lane.
Especially with MF being an early game bully and how well Xayah scales, it's definitely not the look you want.
Yeah, and if they can, okay, it looks like they're not going to, but they could have tried to start a freeze here. Maybe they will actually. It looks like they are gonna try to set it up, but this freeze is gonna be so brutal for the first to frontline bot lane.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want as a Leona at MF.
Yeah, because this freeze is going to force Leona MF to have to walk up to try to break it. And if they do, I mean, we already saw this happen right at the start of the game. Set's going to come and gank you, and you're just going to die again.
Mm-hmm.
So great wave manipulation coming out from B&J and Codeine here. And it all started with Dog holding that wave from the tower.
Mm-hmm. Dog, even just that small play, like, he didn't actively do anything. He just came, walked, held the lane for a bit. But that's something so big, and that's a really important skill for junglers to have. To understand your laner's lane states and try to preserve that.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it did break.
Yeah.
Either way, the idea was there.
Strap in, folks. This game's for all the marbles.
They're in the game, and they're on. Oh, she's taking these guys to school.
Oh, a spectacular no-look pass.
He's on a breakaway. 今ここに新たな伝説が生まれました.
Turn out the lights. This one is over.
The fans are rushing the field.
And the new heavyweight champion of the world.
And it's the thought that counts. But we look, both junglers now heading into this top side. Maybe Dog wants to make a play here, as now Zion is trying to use this range advantage for himself, as he's just autoing away at balls. Devil Spine though, taking a nice little trade, but Lendl is here. Ultimate going to be used onto both of them, and now stun up. TP coming in from balls, but is it enough? No, as the Rift Walk going to be used away, but the flash forward stun, slice, dice, and Lendl is going to go down. Balls eating some bacon tonight.
Yeah, that was a good teleport from Balls. I didn't think it would work, but then Lendl got caught on the in between the wall and his turret, so he didn't really have any choice. He ended up walking into the next one, and then Balls was able to pick up an easy kill, and that puts him even better sitting in this lane into Quinn.
Yeah, and just like that, with that kill and the jungler being dead now, Dog and Balls are going to do this Rift Herald. And this is going to be the first early objective, but Zion is there to try to contest. Not going to be able to steal it, unfortunately. So the Rift Herald will go over to Dog and Feed the Dream at about 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm. It's good showing from Feed the Dream all around so far.
Yeah, now what do you want to see them do next? What do you want to... Okay.
Not that. I didn't want to see that. They didn't want to see that. We see the Mia pings on the map.
He's Mia pinging himself for that one. And the Mia pings are coming out from this Rift Herald, spawned up right into the mid lane between the two towers. But now Devil Spawn could be in trouble here, as he's going to be stunned up. Dog is here to maybe help him out. But the flash forward, going to get the Facebreaker onto one member only. But Zion is here as well. Dog, boom, that Haymaker going to be able to secure the kill. Now Showstopper onto one, as Zion is running through the team. Going to get the kill onto Dog. Now he's going onto the tower first. Devil Spine going back in. Going to be able to get that traded back for him. But either way, a double kill going over to Zion. And you don't want to give this Quinn kills early.
That kill, that whole play was really tough for Dog Wolf Wolf, because he went into the play only level 5. He got level 6 after the kill, so he wasn't actually able to use his ult in the initial play, but only in like the following play after he killed the Sejuani.
Yeah, definitely would have been a lot different if Dog was level 6 at the beginning of that play, and also if Dog didn't drop the Rift Herald at the beginning of that play. I don't even think it charged.
No, it did charge. It did charge. It got
it
2
did
plays
charge?
down.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, at least you got the gold. But now Codeine could be in trouble here, as the Solar Flare not going to land, but the Zenith Blade will. And there's 3 members up. Stun going to come through on him. No, not yet. Yes, there it is. But they can't finish and follow up the damage. Now Glacial Prism used onto BNJ. For what reason, though? I don't really know. No casualties so far, and only ultimates being burned.
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, as we see more trades in the mid lane.
Oh, Devil Spine going in. Moonlight Vigil, is it enough damage? But also in the bottom lane, flash forward from Codeine. The root, double flashes coming out from this Feed the Dream bot lane. Stone Poet getting autoed away. One more auto should do it. And yes, BNJ will get that kill, but on the top side of the map too. Zion gonna get the solo kill onto Balls. And that's going to feel good. He's finally able to use that ranged advantage. Going to get this lead for himself, get the wave pushed in and deny some of that gold and EXP. And now Dog is in the bot lane. Could look for a dive here, but instead they're going to back off and go on to this Cloud Dragon. Should be the second dragon for the game, as there really is not that much numbers. Oh, there is numbers
They
now.
need to
Here
be
they come.
careful.
Zion, Lendl, and Dare are coming in here. Lendl into the pit. He goes. Stunned up. Facebreaker. Not going to land onto anyone. And Dog is going to go down here, but he will secure the dragon. Now the Devil Spawn could be in trouble as he has to run for his life. Going to the back line, but no casualties to be found by him. He's going to go down 2, and that's a 2 for 0, with the dragon going over to Feed the Dream.
Yeah, Feed the Dream. Oh, they did end up getting the dragon, but they lost the Devil's Spine out of it, so that's not really what you wanted to see, but Zion Killiamson was able to make the roam down and get there. And Balls did not have the TP, and he just died, so he had no way to be there.
Yeah, really unfortunate coming out for First to Front, or Feed the Dream there, sorry. Just didn't have the numbers for that fight, and good job by First to Frontline to collapse. It was a bit late, as they weren't able to get the dragon. The dragon's still going over to Dog and Feed the Dream, but nonetheless, though, good collapse by them, even if it could have been a bit earlier.
Yeah, it definitely is not the best play, considering you still lost the dragon, but you were able to pick up a kill, so you
2.
take that. If they picked up 2 kills off that play,
Yeah.
well, then it's even more worth. You got 2 kills off that play. And if you're First to Frontline, you feel okay, but you still feel pressure because they do have the 2 dragon lead.
Yeah, and this sets it sets Feed the Dream up for a potential 20-ish, 21 minute Ocean Soul. Yes, Ocean Soul. It is going to be Ocean Soul in this game. But that does require Dog to be straight up onto this dragon right on spawn. But we've seen that twice already this game. So it's something that we can expect from him, as he does want to, force this bot lane advantage that he has. And I just want to take a second to look at the CS here in this bottom lane. Now, a 36 CS lead for BNJ, as well as the 1 kill and assist. Overall, that's almost 1,000 gold for him.
Yeah,
so BNJ is looking really strong right now on this Xayah, and Stone Poet is just kind of, kind of at the mercy of the rest of the team. But now the Solar Flare playing to the bottom lane. Bullet time, baby. And Zion is going to secure that kill onto BNJ. Going to go on a killing spree for himself. Now sitting for 1 and 2 on this Quinn. And this early game has been pretty good for him. But into the mid lane, Caston getting run up. Dog Woof Woof going to use a showstopper to bring him back. Riftwalk. But to where, though, as the Moonlight Vigil will bring him right back. And that's a kill being traded right back onto Adair in the mid lane.
This is exactly what I was talking about too, with Zion Killiamson on the Quinn. I was saying it's all up to whether you can actually get around the map with your ultimate, and that's what he just did. That's what he's done multiple times. He was there for the dragon, and he was there for the bot lane play. He's creating such a lead with this early game champ.
Dang, and even forcing the flash out of balls in that top lane while he came back to lane. So yeah, he's down a few CS. He's going to collect a little bit of that on this wave. But either way, though, this Quinn pick is doing all right for itself right now.
Yeah, he has 100% kill participation so far in this game.
That's impressive. That's called map. That's called the map pressure right there. He could be getting collapsed. I know as a Dog and the Devil's Spine are coming. Flash available for Zion. Will use it to escape. As a good little rotation coming out there from the mid and jungle of Feed the Dream. And that's what I was talking about in the early game. These two have a pretty insane synergy. They love to make plays together. And so we did just see that right there coming out from them, and it burned the flash off of Zion.
And it looks like they're sending Renekton mid to catch this wave that's being pushed in by Caston so they can safely take the Rift Herald. But Zion Killiamson isn't going to let that go easy.
Yeah, a lot of members coming in, but the flash forward, Zion could be in trouble here as he has to run for the hills. Flash from the Devil's Spine will secure the kill onto him, but now Dog gonna follow right after. Now 2v2 situation, mid and jungle versus mid and top. Who's gonna win? Lendl having to burn the flash out, but the slice coming out from Balls. The stun is huge, and Balls will take down Lendl again in this game. Balls has 2 out of Lendl's 3 deaths so far in this one.
Yeah, something First to Frontline needs to realize is that yes, the Quinn is sitting pretty. The Quinn is very strong, but also you have a Caston, so you're not going to win that 3v3 yet.
Yeah, level 10 Caston is not really that strong, especially, you only have a Rod of the Ages right now, and it only has 5 stacks. It's not even fully stacked yet. So of course, a Diana is always gonna win out and have more presence in a
Hey,
fight.
but the Diana only had a 5 stack.
Oh yeah,
Out of
but the
Aegis.
Diana only has a 5 stack Rite of the Ages, but Diana as a champion
That's true.
is better at level 10 than Kassadin as a champion.
And we saw Xayah on spawn hit this dragon.
Yes, it's rinse and repeat here right now as first to Frontline is trying to make their way in here. We'll see if Lendl opts to go for a steal, and it looks like he just does not have the ability to get in. Now, Hook landing onto Derek could be locked up. Rooted Solar Flare onto 2 members, and now Zenith Blade in the backline. Mikado is in. Showstopper onto him. Devil Spine is dead. Bullet time is huge on the rest of the team, and now first to Frontline trying to run away with this fight. Featherstorm, big blade color from BNJ. Cody now into the team. Oh my goodness, they're so low. 2 going down, 3 going down, and now it's Stone Poet versus Balls, and BNJ having to run for the hills. Gonna burn the flash to get away.
Oh.
BNJ following Adam with the flash. Whoa, that's aggressive, but I respect it. And that was a 4 for 3 in favor of Feed the Dream.
Yeah, no, Feed the Dream. That was an absolute hero play coming out from Cody, and he turned that whole fight around. They were all getting very low following that MF ult, but then Cody, flashing forward on the Swain with his ultimate pop, is able to do.
Stadia streams games directly from Google's data centers to your devices. The longer you're subscribed to Stadia Pro and the more free games you claim, the larger your collection will be.
So much work there.
Yeah, that was huge. Hero play by Cody right there, saving the fight for his team and just allowing so many health bars were so low in that play after Cody went in and allowed BNJ to pop off. And Balls to pop as well. But now they're on to the second Rift Herald of the game, but the numbers are here for first to Frontline. Rift Herald is going to go down, though, as Dog will secure that one. But is there going to fight? Yeah, they're trapped in the pit. Now, here we go. Let's see what the fight. Devil Spawn in the backline. He goes. Shut down right away onto Balls. Now, Lendl taking pretty low. He should go down, too. And yes, he's going to go down. Now, they're onto Mikado. Solar Flare onto 2. That's a big stun right there. Do they have the damage to follow it up? Not yet, as they're still chasing, though. Mikado only has this outer tower to run to. The wave is coming in. And I don't think he's going to get out of this one alive, folks. He is going to go down. Cody going to burn the stopwatch going golden. But Dog taking pretty low from this tower. Going to use the Haymaker for that Grit Shield to stay alive. And Dog Woof on these neutral objectives is killing it right now.
Yeah, it's 5 for 5 right now, and it's only 18 minutes into the game.
Both Rift Heralds, all 3 dragons so far. And with this next Ocean Dragon coming up in 3 minutes... a little under 3 minutes now. This is potentially a really fast Ocean Soul for Feed the Dream.
Yeah, it's actually very impressive. And for how strong that soul is, it's not one that's easy to come back from. It's no mountain soul, or it's no mountain or air soul.
Yeah, air soul. And now maybe Devil Spine is in trouble here. Lendl not going to try and CC him down. They just think maybe we don't have the damage here to kill this Diana, but let's take a look at builds here. Balls has the Blade of the Rune King completed. I feel like that's not the best pickup into this Quinn lane. However, you know, it's a good item on Renekton. Nonetheless, he has the team map, but I might stop here for a second as we're going to see a plan in the bot lane. A lot of these numbers coming down for them, and Lendl could be caught here. Devil Spawn going to go onto him. He's going to dash right into Balls, though. And now bullet time onto 2 members. Going to zone out a little bit with Balls flash forward onto Stone Pilot. Going to turn his sights onto Lendl, and BNJ is going to get that kill. Now Mikado is going to go down, but Zion into the backline. He goes, doing so much damage. Ball's going to fall as well. And this is the turnaround fight for Feed first to Frontline. Devil Spine taking pretty low. Cody is here, but now Dog has joined the fray. Devil Spine taking pretty low still as... oh, Zion is kiting for his life right now. Showstopper on to Dare. Gonna still stay alive, and he's gonna actually get the return kill on to Dog Woof. Now triple kill coming out for Cody, and is now it's the 1v1 situation. Swain versus Kassadin, and who's gonna win? Swain ultimate popped already. I think Adair could look to win this. He does have the red buff, but he's gonna opt to just go back and collect himself and spend some gold. That was a battle.
Yeah, that was quite the battle. I was cutting out.
Oh. Oh no, he's dying, boys.
so-
He's dying.
And I'm still cutting out, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure that out.
I think you're back. Welcome back.
I should be back, hopefully.
Welcome
But we
back.
just see this dragon now spawning in 40 seconds about. And this was what we want to see. This
Yes.
is where all eyes are towards.
All of these members are here, but look
Balls
at
does
Balls
not
in the
have
top
TP.
lane. Balls
No
is not
TP.
here. He does not have the TP available. But he's pushing in this top tower. So I think he's trying to force first the front line to try to match him. So the tower is gonna be, or the dragon is gonna be free.
Somebody
He
has to
has
go
the
there.
Rift Herald. Someone has to go. Now Solar Flare. They're on to Codeine. Bullet time. Codeine is dead. Dogwolf Wolf finds himself really early in the front line. Oh my gosh, Diana ultimate is huge. Devil Spine in the back line. Now Featherstorm. Codeine. I mean, not Codeine, BNJ. But he cannot win the 1v1 into Zion as Balls is just pushing in. He does have the inhib tower in the top lane. He has Shelly charging into the inhib in the top lane. This inhib is going to go down, and this is going to be a just under 22-minute top lane inhibitor coming out. And what are you doing? Zion is on the dragon right now. That gives Shelly a hit onto one of the Nexus towers. And one Nexus tower is gone just like that.
I mean, I get what you're thinking there. If you're Zion, you're denying the Ocean Soul. But an inhib falling is definitely not something you want to see this early into the game, because that also gives so much pressure coming out for this next fight.
How about a Nexus tower?
Yeah, that's even worse.
Only one Nexus tower remaining, and the base has been cracked pretty decently open now by Feed the Dream. And Ball's on that play.
Yeah, no, this is not what we want to see if we are first to front line.
Dog is going in, Facebreaker onto Stone Poet, but stunned up crucially by Mikado. Is it enough to save him from the showstopper? No, it is not. He is so fast. He has the phaser. She's running him down, but no one has died yet. Dog in the front line taking pretty low. Mikado is pretty low too. That's a Devil Spine ultimate, baby. Bullet time onto a lot of members, but Balls runs right through it. He said, your bullets do not hurt me at all. And that's a clean ace coming out for Feed the Dream. And instead of ending the game, they want to run to Baron.
I definitely think they could end the game, especially with the super minion wave in that top lane and no inhib and a Nexus turret down. But instead they play it safe, and they should be getting the Baron here. Yeah.
Onto the Baron they go with Balls pushing in the mid lane. And you'd have to think that that was definitely an end angle coming out from them, but they did not take it.
Yeah, it's definitely could have been an end angle.
It could have been an end angle. It could have had one of the faster games in ZGG that we have seen this season. But instead, they opt to play it safe. They get the inner mid tower and the Baron. They're gonna reset with all their gold. A 10,000 gold lead, mind you. With this next dragon, still 3 minutes away, so there's still a little bit of time in between that and a potential Ocean Soul. However, Feed the Dream is looking really strong.
I think Balls should have gone. Feed the Dream is looking really strong, but I was looking at the items. I think it's a definite Ninja Tabby game if you are Balls.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's fair. I think he was going for the tenacity, maybe.
Yeah.
Merchez, but I don't think you need the tenacity. I think that Quinn, especially in this lane where you're getting a press so hard, you need the Ninja Tabbies to reduce that damage coming out from autos.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, interesting building. The Bork first item into the Quinn is also, I don't know, that just seems non-efficient to me.
I also usually don't see Renekton's going time at all. Like, they'll just opt to skip it and go Black Cleaver Rush or the Bork Rush, of course.
Right,
Or,
yeah.
But yeah, well, now we see a 1-3-1 coming out from Feed the Dream with this Baron buff.
Ooh. Good rift block by Adair to get out. But now Delspine caught under the tower. Is he going to go down? He might. But not yet, though. As both of these mid laners are scrapping it out on the bottom lane. Both health bars really low. Lendl could get caught here. He is going to get caught here. Boom, Haymaker going to drop it down. And a good Facebreaker coming out from Dogwolf. Going to get that pick onto Lendl. Canceled. I think he canceled his Q dash.
I think a Q dash, he was at a weird angle, so I don't think it made it over the wall because of the angle he was at. But we do see now neither Stonefoot nor Mercado have ultimates for this next fight, which is coming very shortly.
Yeah, and the Devil Spine is just knocking down this tower. Oh my goodness, the flash forward from Adair. But is it enough? Does he have the damage? I don't know. You're still level 13. You're not even level 16 yet. And that's a solo kill coming out for the Devil Spine in the bottom lane. But now Zion sees blood in his eyes. But what about his base? The Nexus, the inhibitor in the mid lane is falling. Now 2 waves of supers coming in. And this wave is wearing purple. Onto the Nexus tower as they go. As they have a cannon. He's shooting away. And now this top wave's coming in as well. There's
All 3 waves are coming in.
All 3 waves are in onto the tower. This is 3 inhibs down. 2 waves of supers on each lane is going to be coming in soon, but it's not even going to get to that point. The Nexus towers, this is the fight for first to front, and they have to go for it. Mikado into the backline, but Ball is just one-shotting Stone Poet. He's gone. He got 80 carried. Is there anything that first to front line can do? No, BNJ is going to take down Lendl. And Zion is trying to do his best 1v9 impression, but he's not. He's going to go down as well. Adair to follow it up. Double kill for Devil Spine. And that's going to be game 1 going over to Feed the Dream.
That was a super clean game coming out from Feed the Dream. There were some interesting decision makings and some good heroics coming out from Zion Killiamson. But at the end of the day, it was Feed the Dream's team fighting and map movements that won them that game.
Yeah, definitely. I want to highlight the Devil Spine damage right here before we go to break here. 32,000 damage on the Diana in this game. In a 26-minute game, he did over 1,000 damage per minute on average.
That's a lot.
That's putting in so much work right now. 13, 5, and 10 on the Diana pick. And overall, like you said, a great performance coming out from Feed the Dream. And that's a solid game 1. Obviously, the rust was not there.
Not at all.
And with that dominant victory here, we're going to go into
Everyone says I should fight my cravings. Nope. You know what I do? I snack on Blue Diamond almonds. Oh, come on. Sriracha? Woo! Don't fight your cravings. Eat them.
All the flavors you craved in a superfood. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
to a little break. We're going to get it going and see what's good. Get a little rest, recuperation, get some water, go to the bathroom, and we'll see you in a few minutes. A few things, mostly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our matchup quarterfinals between Feed the Dream and First to Frontline. We did see Feed the Dream take a commanding game 1 victory over First to Frontline off the back of a few things, mostly Dog Woof Woof popping off in the early game and allowing Devil Spine to kind of run over the game after that.
Yeah, it was a lot coming out from all parts of the map, but that's not to discount the performance we saw from Zion Killiamson. He also really stepped up, but his team just was not able to successfully play around him.
Yeah, and that really is unfortunate. You know, you try and do as much as you can for the squad, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you hate to see it.
And this game also, First to Frontline Feed the Dream had the side selection in the last game, but now with First to Frontline having the side selection, we have swapped sides.
Yeah, I think this is interesting because First to Frontline is going to want this first pick. Wait, no,
counter pick.
They want the counter pick. They want last pick.
I think that's definitely what they need to actually
get
a good matchup for Cassidy.
Yeah, the Diana pick was pretty. The Diana last pick for last game was pretty rough. Adair really couldn't do much in the game, and he got shut down pretty handily. So that counter pick proving to be quite crucial when it comes down to it. But we should be getting into this pro draft here in the near future. Any champions or that things you want to see banned out or picked?
I mean, I want first to Frontline to actually have a response to Swain. We know Codine's a big Swain player. We knew it was coming out. You first pick Leona, but we should have known it was coming out, and you should have had something prepared for it. If you don't, just ban it out.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Coding did so much work, a lot of work in the team fights. He had a few heroic plays, saving some team fights and just doing a bunch of damage, leaving a lot of low health bars for first to Frontline. So I will expect a little bit of a ban coming out that way.
Or at least prepare. Like, do you have something to respond to it? Like, will you? Morgana doesn't really win that matchup. I don't know who wins that matchup, or if anyone does actually. But ban it or respond to it.
Yeah,
Figure something out.
I hate Swain support, dude.
It's not fun to play against.
I hate that champion. Either way, yeah, we're waiting on one ready check.
I thought everyone had said ready. Oh no, it's just 2 readies. Okay, yeah, so we're still waiting for the first to Frontline ready check, but what's IBS without some delays?
Yeah, how's it going, everyone in the chat? Make sure let me know how your day is going. Let me know who you want to win in this series, who you got, who you're supporting. You can give me a little hashtag, and then whatever numbers or whatever letters you want for your team, and then a little win action coming on after that. But I do want to say, if Feed the Dream can perform just like if Feed the Dream can perform just like they did in game 1, I think we will have it's gonna be hard for first to Frontline to respond for sure. We did get our second ready check, so we are gonna get into this action.
No, that's the same team.
Wait,
but close.
Oh, same team. Yep. We're okay. Sorry, did not get it. Yeah, let me see your hashtag GSG wins in the chat, boys. Shout out Goon Squad. There we go. We got the ready check.
Okay,
we
let's
got
go.
the ready check. We are not in yet, but we're on the way.
So you have to hit ready in the chat and on the pro draft.
They've done this before. Mike.
I believe in them.
They know what's going on.
We're not seeing any subs, right? I didn't much. Yeah, so we're still chilling with the teams from last game. Nothing has swapped up on us.
Speaking of subs, go ahead and sub to Rychains on Twitch.
Is this a sub pro draft link? No, I don't know. It's not.
I think they're having trouble figuring out who is the one that has.
Oh, there we go. We got it.
Are we in?
We're good.
We're good. We're in. Feed the Dream. Counter starting off with the Sona ban. First to Frontline again. It looks like the same ban so far.
Salty run back.
Yeah, it's a salty run back here. Sona Carmen banned out by Feed the Dream. Olaf taken away from Dog. Again, it's a good solid pick. No, Diana. They're throwing the respect towards the Devil's Spine on the Diana, but will this open up Xerath for him?
Well, it's also, I think Xerath is very similar to Catherine in that you want it to be a counter pick.
Yeah, that is fair as fair. Now, Ashe banned out as the final ban for first to Frontline, and they might look to just first pick the set again.
Yeah,
or not again, but
set's very strong, and also you could just use that as a flex pick. You could give it up to Balls in the top lane, or it could go to Dogwolf Wolf again.
It could go to Cody in the support role too.
Yeah,
Cody's nuts. Cody's nuts with it. So you never really know. He's on the sticks.
They even banned away his Ashe.
Oh, but first to Frontline responds with the Lux pick.
Oh, maybe they forgot Sona was banned. They were trying to do Sona Lux, but Lux still the strong support. And hey, it might even be their try to answer into Swain.
Maybe looking to pick the 80 carry. Oh, whoa. And Jin is going to be the 80 carry pick. Sorry about that. No. Oh, no.
I think this is a more traditional and strong bot lane coming out from first to Frontline. This is what I want to see.
Yeah, but you know what I don't want to see if I'm first to Frontline? This Swain hover.
Yeah, it's really fair.
Definitely not what you want to see coming out from them as Cody and Swain is going to be locked in. But, it could be double spine. You never really know. we're just gonna pretend that
Oh,
it's that we know. And
talking
it's
about
Sivir
bot lane
locked in.
picks.
Oh my. Sivir, you're gonna be locked in for BNJ, another one of his comfort picks. Not the best in the meta.
No,
I
not
think
quite.
it could work though into the Lux Jin. You have a lot of a spell shield opportunities.
I think again. I think Sivir. Where is this? She hasn't gotten a change for a while. Never
Sivir's
mind.
pretty low on the totem pole right now.
Yeah, Sivir also is I think one of our tier 5 ADCs.
Well, we're gonna get Lendl on the Sejuani again. Didn't have
It's,
the best performance in game one.
no, we're seeing the
There's no questioning that. There's no questioning that. However, can he run it back? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Solo laner is going to be banned out from both of these teams, as it looks like the jungle and the bot lane has been picked again in the first rotation. They used the same strategy in the last game.
They still leaving the Xerath out. No ban for that.
No ban for Xerath, but they did throw a ban at Zion Williamson and his Quinn, as well as his Wukong. We didn't see the Wukong, but we saw Quinn last game, and Zion was
Urgot's
able to
not
put
left
some
open.
work in. Yeah, Urgot is open. Zion was able to put some work in on that Quinn here. I know that he likes to play. He likes to play like Mordekaiser's band. Oh, Alawi coming out for him. That's one of his homies as well. And he just wants a brawler. He wants to fight it out.
That's also
And
one
this
of the champions I hate.
And this Kennen pick for Feed the Dream is gonna be pretty interesting. Maybe in the top lane to counter the Alawi.
Is this gonna be our first Yone? I think this is our first.
Well, we'll see. Yon is being hovered, locked in the mid lane for the Devil's
this is
Spine.
exciting.
This is gonna be a good one, boys. We got some interesting, crazy champions coming out here. Sivir, Kennen, and the Yon, and also Alawi on the other side of the field.
Then I'm sorry, I can't talk. But now we'll see what first the Frontline wants to bring into this Yone.
Yeah, we got the counter pick. They chose red side so they can have the counter pick. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna pick the Maokai.
True.
Yeah.
Stadia streams games directly from Google's data centers to your devices. The longer you're subscribed to Stadia Pro and the more free games you claim, the larger your collection will be.
True.
It kind of throws a wrench into things, guys.
So now there's a few options that we could see here. Could be the Lux in the mid lane with the Maokai and the support.
I think that's our
role.
Most likely situation.
And then run Lux into the Yone, which doesn't seem like a good matchup to me.
I mean, it becomes better because with Yone, the damage. Okay, once we get into the game, I'll explain the champion's abilities in more detail, since I'm assuming this might be the first time you guys are seeing it. But the Yone E, it applies a mark, and then the damage he deals will get applied again, but that does not apply damage done to shields again. So Flux is able to W the trade that negates a lot of the Yone damage.
Okay.
I mean, I still think it's scary being somebody squishy into Yone, but
yeah, and we get a Kennen pick.
I'm bad
at Kennen. What do you think about Kennen?
I'm bad at Kennen. It's hard to pull off.
You're bad at a lot of champions.
Okay. That's just mean. But no, it's definitely hard to pull off, and especially into the Alawi, because Alawi is still very punishing. And so with this Kennen, you have to be consistently poking her down, consistently dodging the E's. You cannot afford to be hit by a single E. And also being a ranged champion, you wanna always get those tentacles out of there.
Yeah, good points. Now I know that Alawi also has a decent amount of sustain as well, correct?
Yeah, because what her passive is, whenever her tentacle hits somebody, she heals for part of her health. So it's definitely a lot of sustain.
Yeah, and so that's gonna negate a lot of this Kennen poking ability, though.
Hey, but that's reliant on the Alawi actually being able to hit tentacles on the cannon.
Yes, but do you know who this is on Alawi? This is Zion Killiamson.
That's true. In case you guys don't know, this is Zion Spartan's alt account, I believe.
Yes. Also known as Darshan.
Yeah, you might be questioning, like, wait, isn't that smurfing? Yeah.
Yeah. You might be questioning it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But Zion, we've seen him perform already. He did a killer job in the first game, even though his team did lose. And hopefully he'll be getting into this game sometime. I think they're still figuring it out.
Yeah, we got some ready checks on both sides here.
Oh,
so,
now we do. Let's go.
We're hopping in. We're hopping in a second.
I think this is a lot more... Okay, I was going to say traditional. But no, I was just thinking the bot lane picks.
Yeah, okay, so we still really aren't too sure of what's going on with this first to frontline team composition. Right now what we're thinking is that
Maokai
it
support.
is the Maokai support, Lux in the mid lane, and then Alawi top, Sejuani in the jungle Jin on the AD carry position. But you never really know. I've seen Maokai mid.
Why? When?
Not in this elo, but I've seen it.
You know,
that champion is broken.
That's my insta ban in every single rank game.
That champion is broken. Maokai gets so beefy. He has healing with his passive. So
his
it's a solid pick.
Sap magic.
Sap magic. Don't forget about the twisted advance to lockdown targets.
And his E sapling toss.
Yeah, so little flex there on the names. You know how it is. But we are into the champion select. We're getting our first rotation of bans done, and we're gonna see now what these teams opt to go for, and basically what First to Frontline wants to put in the top lane, and in their respective roles. Oh, it's a Maokai in the top lane.
Oh, I can see this working better now.
You know, actually, I'm looking at the script right now, and Zion does enjoy playing the Maokai.
Oh, okay. Who does the script say wins this one?
I can't leak that. Come on.
Oh, okay. My bad. Just was interested.
You're on production with me, dude. Are you seriously asking that question? Just look at it.
I forgot to look at the script.
Just look at it.
But I think this Alawi is actually such an interesting matchup into the Yone. I think it's really hard for him to jump in and trade evenly with her.
Yeah, because he's gonna get slapped up. He's gonna get tentacled.
But something that Alawi needs to consider is Yone also has a lot of disengage with the E, and just his insane mobility as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be hard to actually get Yone to commit to a fight where you have a good ult.
That is true. Yeah, Yone's gonna be able to get around and honestly be able to dodge out of these ultimate tentacles pretty easily, I think.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is so interesting. Dude, First to Frontline is so beefy. Like across the board.
They got some big boys on the team. And they have their Lux is gonna be the only source of AP damage coming out. I'm expecting that Maokai is gonna go tank. But
it's fair.
But honestly, Maokai deals more damage than most AD carries.
Mm-hmm.
So and he's also like, you also kill yourself when you're hitting Maokai, usually. Because he's gonna build the Thorn Mill. But we'll see. We'll see. I think that it's gonna be pretty easy for Feed the Dream to itemize armor in this game.
Yeah.
Now, who are they gonna itemize armor on? I don't know. They don't really have that many tanks. They don't really have any true tanks. But yeah,
Apparently, I'm getting words from my streamer that Alawi is Zarp, but just on an ult.
Oh.
That makes more sense. I mean, not for the it being Sejuani, but it makes sense that it's Zarp.
Okay, that's cool. And you know what? Okay. Now it's all making sense. Because I do have a note here that Zarp does like to pick the Alawi in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, I see that on the script.
Yeah, it's on the script. And it's it's a sleeper pick. So you gotta be ready for that one. He's gonna whip that out in this game, and we'll see. It'll be hype.
Okay, while we have a little bit of time, so I played Clash yesterday with a couple of my friends. There was this document that was supposed to help us draft, and it had 3 types of comp. It had poke. No. Oh, let me search it up. This was really good.
All right. Well, he's looking at that here. I'm finding it really hard to see how this Feed the Dream team can get through this front line of First to Frontline.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really difficult.
Sejuani Alawi is gonna be so hard to get through.
And with the fat luck shields.
Though Showstopper could be pretty huge.
Yeah, no, Showstopper will be huge, especially if you're able to throw Alawi away from her tentacles.
Yeah. Or just throw her into the backline and just like one shot the whole backline. Jhin and Lux are very, they're not mobile. So if Dog is able to get a nice little showstopper onto the backline, bring one of them beefcakes onto the backline, then it could be over. It could be over because there's no damage coming out from anyone else. So did you find your document?
As I was saying about the Clash, it was a document to help us draft. It had 3 types of comp. It had dive comps, kite comps, and something called stand comps. Stand comps, it doesn't describe any of these, of course. Stand and dive, I feel, are pretty, or kite and dive are pretty like standard comps. Like you've heard of those before. But First to Frontline, I believe that's strong.
This is a stand comp right here. They are not gonna move. They're gonna hold the line. And they are just not gonna let any homies into the back. And if they can do that, that's gonna be pretty nuts.
Yeah, a lot is being put on Stone Poet's shoulders.
Stone Poet, yeah, the only source of damage. But let's look at the lane though. This bot lane, obviously, we gotta talk about it. It's gonna be the highlight. It's the only characters on First to Frontline's team that are gonna do damage.
Yeah.
What is this matchup? The Jhin Lux into the Sivir Swain. I think it could go either way. It depends.
I haven't seen Sliver in so long.
It depends on how Cody does, I think.
Yeah, it definitely a lot falls onto coding in this lane because Sivir lacks out on damage early in comparison to the Jhin and Lux.
All your favorite flavors are on DoorDash. And now we're welcoming Dunkin'. Enjoy a free 25 count of Munchkin's donut holes when you spend $10 or more, plus a $0 delivery fee. DoorDash, every flavor welcome.
Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me some of that.
So Cody's able to keep hitting those repeated bindings like we saw him hit 2 in the first minute of the lane. Or the grabs. And if he's able to if he's able to keep clawing them, then that's how they pick up the advantage in that lane. And we are into loading screen now, rather. And anything standing out to you so far?
Oh, look at this! Look at the First to Frontline bot lane runes.
Oh,
double dark harvest coming out from Jhin and Lux. And woo, that's gonna be
spicy.
Interesting. Yeah, that's certainly a spicy.
That's some more damage. In a way, that's more damage.
Yeah, that is a lot of damage coming out. A lot of burst potential for them for sure. And we are now done with the loading screen. We need a few seconds to get onto the Rift here, but we are going to be onto the Rift, and we get to see how these comps want to play out. I'm just very intrigued at what I'm seeing right now.
It's definitely atypical.
Yeah, for sure. Now, my worry for first to Frontline.
Of which you have a lot.
I have a few. Yes, I have a few. The main one is I don't know if they're gonna be able to kill anyone.
Yeah, it gets really hard.
If if Stone Poet dies and they shut down Adair or Zarp in the mid lane, like you can't really do much.
Think of how effective the Andres is gonna be on Codeine and Balls.
Yeah, well.
You get so much burn.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of burn. Leonji is gonna give like, I believe it gives 2% extra damage for every second that you're in combat with a max of 10. So 10% is gonna be a lot.
Yeah, and yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot, and it's gonna help burn through these champions. And I definitely want to see the Devil Spine and Balls both pick up Grievous Wounds early in the form of Morale and Omicron for Balls and Executioners for the Devil Spine. I think that's going to be huge in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And both junglers are starting on top side right off the bat. They're getting leashed from their top laner. Sometimes we see leashless starts on the top side. Not this game, though.
Lendl learned his lesson.
Yeah, he was he was at the camp on time.
No, Dogwolf Wolf started top side and was able to get that early bot gank off and get his bot lane snowballed far ahead. But now Lendl's trying to match that by going buff to buff, and then might even look for a gank of his own.
Yeah, for sure. Lendl's already onto the bot side. He probably is going to need level 3 before he tries to go for anything. Though, this bot lane for Feed the Dream is a hard one to gank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with the exhaust from Codeine.
Did he have that last game, or was he running the Ignite? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure he ran Ignite last game.
Yeah,
but
so
I think he realized, though, like, okay, there's only one source of damage on this team.
Oh, nice double bind.
All I have to do is exhaust, and we win the fight.
Yeah. So now we are seeing our junglers hitting level 3s, and they are both looking towards this bot lane immediately.
Yeah, and I think this bot lane is gonna. Oh, they're gonna fight. They find each other in the river. Lendl and Dogwolf are going at it, trading autos back and forth. Stun gonna land, but the haymaker is huge. Fail by Lendl, not getting over the wall, and Dog is gonna be able to flash right after him and get the first blood. Again.
This time, but hey, this time he got out in the jungle. It was a different play.
Yeah, different play.
But I am glad, even though it didn't work out in that situation, I'm glad we saw Lendl being able to adapt to what he saw.
Yeah, for sure. Lendl changing up his jungle path a little bit, saying, okay, well, we know Dog is going to want to be on this bottom side of the map. However, as a Sejuani, you're just not going to win that 1v1 into the set.
Yeah, especially...
You just can't do that.
And then it hurts a lot to miss the flash and Q over the wall after that. Because Set doesn't feel that bad about burning flash because he has the Hex Flash. But Sejuani, you don't have that luxury.
Yeah, you have the Q, but, you know, sometimes you need to use the flash as well. There's a lot of combinations that you can do with, like, your Q flash, catching people off guard with, you know, CCs and stuff like that.
Sejuani looks top, but it looks like Balls will be able to just walk out, not even having to burn flash.
Look at how oppressive Balls is in this lane, though. I meant to say this earlier, but Zion is just not having a good time. He's being pushed under his tower. He was at less than half health before Lendl came up to, you know, relieve a little bit of that pressure, and Balls is doing a great job of pressuring him in this lane.
Yeah, that's what we want to see from this Kennen. It wasn't, let me look at pick order. I am out my mind right now. But yeah, no.
Maokai was last pick. Maokai was last pick.
That was the counter pick.
I don't know if this is a counter pick, though.
It definitely becomes a counter pick. Like once you get the Spectre Scout, it becomes so hard for Kennen to do any damage to you. Especially with your set magic. If you're getting hit by multiple abilities, then you get that up so often you can heal so much.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But it's definitely rough until then. It's rough early in the game, and so it's on Zion to try to survive. But also, something interesting to note is that after that first game, they decided to put their biggest carry in Zion onto a tank.
Yeah, he does like to play the Maokai. We know. But it is interesting. I would, especially with a player like Zion, who first Frontline relies on so much for, carry potential on this team, and putting him on a tank like this is kind of weird.
I see these trades coming out from balls, but I just want him to go more.
Yeah.
Because especially with how low mana Zion is, you can punish so hard in this lane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can look to burn flashes out, and talking in this mid lane, Devil's Spine getting a bit aggressive, but he will be traded back by pretty easily by the Salawi.
Mm-hmm. I see.
That
running him down.
Doug looking for a play, but I don't know. I don't think he's gonna find anything there. The ball is still just throwing these little shurikens at him, and with that early pressure that Doug put in the bot lane, I mean, he didn't really get much, but he's looking for this dragon. Although Lendl is here, and BNJ might be in trouble here. Gonna get knocked up. Root's not gonna land. It was pretty close. One more auto should allow for the stun. There it is. Stun's coming through. Oh, wow. Lendl opting not even to go for it. He does not want to give the mana away. And now the rest of Feed the Dream is on the way. Oh, nice double bind on Mikado. But the teleport is coming in from balls. I don't know about that one, buddy, but that definitely existed and was a play.
You teleported to a bush and I was recalling.
Yeah, a bit maybe late teleport there.
Dog
gonna look for this 1v1. He got the Devil Spine in the area. Ultimate from Yone is gonna be used here. Knockups, plays, Haymaker, boom, bang, bang, and Lendl's gonna go down. Once again.
I don't know if you saw it, but as Sejuani was looking for BNJ in that bot lane, Mikado flashed over the wall.
Really?
Yeah. So Mikado does not have flash. He used to try to gank, but now we're looking for a 3-man gank in the mid lane.
Yeah, Hex Flash used. Not gonna find anything as Cody saying what's up to Adair in the mid lane there. Not gonna find anything though, just showing his face, seeing what's good. And now we see the Sivir has the BF sword and the longsword on the back, gonna rush this Essence Reaver. This item you need this item. It's so important on Sivir because you're gonna be so mana hungry in this game, especially in the early game too. Your abilities cost so much mana. And you need to use your abilities if you want to do any sort of damage. So
what surprised me in both of these games coming out from BNJ is how he's been able to maintain the CS advantage even though he's gone and helped with the dragons.
Yeah, it's just good wave manipulation, I guess. Or it's just, a lot of creeps missed by Stone Poet. We can see now, Devil Spine is not winning these trades when he goes in anymore.
Yeah,
I was able to trade it back and just
hey,
smack him
he
down.
hasn't bought yet.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah, he hasn't bought yet.
I don't like that back. I feel on both Yone and Yasuo, it's really important to get attack speed early.
Yeah,
because your Q cooldown and your W animation speeds on Yone are all affected by the cooldown reduction or by the attack speed, and so you need that.
We're about to win an NBA championship. Gang, gang, gang.
For every NBA moment, there's a flavor on DoorDash.
That should try to make the most out of your champion.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's super crucial you go for the Zeal early.
Or even, I have been talking to my friend. Zerker Greaves are insane value on Yasuo and just attack speed champions in general.
Yeah, Zerkers too, but not Devil Spine. Aggressing onto this Alawi, you're gonna burn the ultimate to get back in and just basically run away. He just didn't have the damage.
I think he could have ignited and continued to look for that.
Yeah, I think.
But his E was wearing
option,
out, so he was gonna be forced to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Actually, Sejuani is about to gank, but after that, I can explain Yone a little bit.
Lendl may be looking for it. Under the tower he goes, Ignite burning, ticking away at it there. Is he gonna go down? But Lendl gonna get into the fight here. Gonna get the stun locked up. Lendl's taking pretty low though, and Devil's Spine gonna win out on that 1v1 by just one auto.
Oh, Sedge. Oh my god. Dogwolf was gonna flash over the wall.
He's gonna do it, flashing over the wall with the smite. That's the drive-by. Dog Wolf gonna get the kill onto Adair, and now Feed the Dream has a 2.5k gold lead.
Okay, but as I was gonna do, so let's get a little bit of description on Yone's abilities.
Thank you.
So Yone passive is every other attack does bonus magic damage, and he gets double crit chance like Yasuo. His Q is like Yasuo's Q. He has 2, which are just basic jabs, and then his third one, if he hits 2 in like a short span, then he will be able to dash forward and then shoot out like a air blade that will do, or that will knock up. Yes. And then his W, it slashes in an area and it gives him a shield depending on how much he hits. His E is it places a mark, and then he can run out. He gets move speed, and then after a set amount of time he has to come back. He can reactivate it early, but he always has to come back to that spot. And while he does damage with that, while he is out with the spirit, it does extra damage, like it accumulates like a Z ult. And then his ultimate, he charges up a little bit and then he dashes, pulling forward all things in his path and knocking them up.
Thank you for the ability description. Very nice, very kind. And now the second dragon is spawning in this game, and it is a Cloud Dragon, which means we're either going to get a Mountain Soul or an Infernal Soul here in this one. A lot of these members are already here. Flash forward from Cody, not going to land the claw. But now TP's coming in from Zion. Here he comes. Lendl is in onto Cody. And they just kind of let him walk out. Twisted advance with a flash forward. Cody is a bit in a dangerous spot here. He will go down, should likely go down. Oh my gosh, he lived for so long.
He healed for so much. And it
He
looks like...
healed, yeah, a lot. And now this is going to give First the Frontline the priority on this dragon.
Yeah, they're actually going to be able to get an objective. A neutral objective, and this is really big for them. But it looks like...
this is good. This is the first dragon in the game.
At the same time, Dogwolf was going to trade this. Over to the top lane. He is already running to the top. He's going to get that Rift Herald.
Yes, and now 3 members from Feed the Dream are starting up this Rift Herald, and a big key part of that fight was the teleport advantage from Zion and First the Frontline. Balls used his ultimate, but wait, hold on. I'm not going to talk yet because Devil's Spine is going in onto Zion. He's taking a lot of damage though, so Rift Herald going to be secured. Now open up, Curtain Call. That's a big ultimate from Balls here. And Zera's going to go down right off the bat. Now, Lux ultimate burn, not going to do much damage. Dogwolf's going to slam Lendl back into Lux. Lux is going to go down to Lendl to follow it up. And now, Feed the Dream is trying to run through it. Stone Poet is here. Now the damage has appeared, but exhausted right away. Flash forward with the Boomerang Blade. Facebreaker bringing him back in, and that's a double kill for BNJ.
Nobody grabbed the Rift Herald.
That's a 4-4-1 in favor of Feed the Dream. But wait a minute. Where is Shelly? She's gone. No one grabbed her. And that is so unlucky for Feed the Dream.
That's... I mean, you still got 4 kills. So you take
and
that.
the red buff. And the red buff.
Yeah, you take away camps, you get 4 kills. It
But
would have
could've
felt
been
really
so much
nice,
more.
because you could have gotten this first turret in the mid lane. But, you know, we take what we can get. And we could have gotten the Rift Herald, so maybe a little bit less.
I think I'm FFing at that point if I don't get that Rift Herald right there, but it's okay. They still have a 5k gold lead, up 8 kills to 2 now, and Lendl might be face checking in a place he does not want to be in. Seems okay for now, and this crab should go over to Feed the Dream in the top side.
Okay, Dogwolf has been doing well on the set, but I want to see him positioning himself more for the stun, not just the pullback on the set.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of his plays have been for the pullback only, not really getting a stun. But Zion now running into 3 members. Dogwolf's gonna get rooted up, gonna be taken down. A big shield coming out from the Haymaker, but is it gonna be enough? No, Shutdown gonna give it over to Zion. And that was a pretty big shutdown. That was a 600 gold shutdown right there. And I don't know really what happened. I guess Dog just...
He was just overstaying.
Yeah, he just didn't respect the potential and CC coming out from Zion.
Everyone says I should fight my cravings. Nope. You know what I do? I snack on Blue Diamond almonds. Oh, come on. Sriracha? Woo! Don't fight your cravings. Eat them.
All the flavors you crave in a superfood. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. We could be taking control. 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 If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. We could be taking control. 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 If
Everyone says I should fight my cravings. Nope. You know what I do? I snack on Blue Diamond almonds. Oh, come on. Sriracha? Woo! Don't fight your cravings. Eat them.
All the flavors you crave in a superfood. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.